welcome into A Toast of Film. I'm one of your hosts, Ebo, and guys, I'm a big wrestling fan. Queen of the Ring just came out, so I had to get in here, do a bonus pod. I went and saw it at the theater, as a little belated birthday treat. And that's what we're talking about today. Just a Queen of the Ring review. We're going to keep it nice and snackable for y'all. We appreciate you listening. So, let me just say, I got my Miz hat that I wore at WrestleMania 27 when he beat John Cena in the main event. Just saying. Short list of people who beat John Cena in the main event. I also got my NXT Vengeance Day shirt from Charlotte. We got some nice women's wrestlers, including my girl Gigi Dolan. And that's because we are talking about Queen of the Ring. This is from director Ash Evelson. And we got Emily Bett Rickards as Mildred Burke. Little backstory real quick on Mildred Burke. So she was born Mildred Bliss, and then Mildred Burke is her wrestling persona. She started wrestling men at carnivals, and that's when she got involved with who would end up being her promoter, booker, manager, and husband, Billy Wolf. And she defeated Clara Mortensen for the Women's NWA World Championship, which she held that title for about 20 years. That's an impressive feat. And this was, when she started wrestling, this was a time when women were banned from professional wrestling. So she was really a big trailblazer, getting it mainstream, getting the money, showing. And she would get in there and she would just knock some dudes out. Mildred's kind of jacked, but she did have a big shoot fight. So that is a professional wrestling match where they fight, where they're fighting. Like, it's not planned, scripted, calling spots. It's just beating the heck out of each other. And that was August 20th, 1954, Atlanta, Georgia, where she faced June Byers. We'll get to that in a little bit. And, the NWA title still going to this day. And we got old Kenzie Page as the current reigning champion. That's the National Wrestling Alliance, if you hear me say NWA. And let's get into some other people. So, like I said, Emily Bett Rickards, who, if you take away nothing else from this movie, that's our girl from Arrow. She is jacked in this movie. I mean, Felicity no more. She is going to walk in a room. She's going to knock out anybody who crosses her wrong, whether it's man, woman, anything in between, because she bad in this movie. We also got Francesca Eastwood as Mae Young. A lot of wrestling fans, would pop at that. We got Kaylee Farmer, who's better known to us as AEW wrestler Camille, who plays June Byers. Adam Demos, who plays Gorgeous George. Gavin Castellano, who plays Joe Jr. Josh Lucas, we're going to get into him, plays Billy Wolf. Walton Goggins as Jack Pfeffer. Deborah Ann Wool as Gladys Gillum. Tony Russell, better known to us fans as the current reigning AEW Women's Champion, Toni Storm. Timeless Toni Storm. She plays Clara Mortensen. So Emily Bett Rickards, she does so much in this movie. She gives so much emotional depth. She's so likable. And you see the work she's putting in and the pain and anguish and how much it means to her. And like I said, she is sis. I mean, good Lord. I wish I could just be that Jack for one day. And she was in it this whole movie. And Francesca Eastwood playing Mae Young, one of the best side characters in the movie. She's just a very good written character. She was, really honest person. She's very good. I like to see that because, we love old Mae Young. People my age, we know her more as old wrestler. Let me get into old Kaylee Farmer, aka Camille. So 2017, I actually saw her wrestle in my local promotion, Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment. And so Atlanta, Georgia, Camille, aka Kaylee Farmer, who's playing June Byers in this. And June Byers, August 20th, 1954, beat Mildred Burke for the title in Atlanta, Georgia. And Camille, in June 6, 2021, won the NWA Women's title. So the same title that Mildred Burke and June Byers held, she won it in Atlanta, Georgia, and she was champion for 812 days. Not too bad herself. But let me tell y'all, so that's pretty cool. Old Camille sitting there. She just destiny with Atlanta. Adam Demos as Gorgeous George. I really like this guy. I don't know him from anything, but he was so good as because Gorgeous George. He was what defined a professional wrestler for a little bit. He's where the pomp and circumstance really became. And this guy, he did a phenomenal job. So Gavin Castiglione, who plays Joe Jr., that's her son. He plays the older version of her son. I thought he did pretty well. He's just a good kid. He's a little misguided at times, but he's a good kid. Josh Lucas as Billy Wolf. This son of a bee is despicable. This dude is so sleazy, such a just loser. Man, Josh Lucas, he really went full scumbag in this movie and was phenomenal. Walton Goggins, he had a nice little side character where he's not really playing a caricature like normal. He's not playing a villain, just playing a dude who's a promoter. Deborah M. Wool, I thought was a cool little side character, is Gladys Gillum. Tony Russell, aka Tony Storm, who plays Claire Mortensen. She is the women's world champion, but she's in California. And when I go to California, I like to toast with a nice Baja Blast. Yeah, let me tell y'all, I forgot to turn the mic on when I did the pop. So if you didn't hear the pop in the beginning of the episode, that is why, because I forgot to turn the mic on. But I'm toasting with a nice Baja Blast. You can't go wrong. But, Claire Mortensen in real life did lose the title that Mildred Burke would hold for almost 20 years before losing to June Byers. And she doesn't really have a lot going on. She's in it for a stint. She's fine. But it is cool because Tony Storm, she's the current reigning AEW Women's Champion, and she has like a 1920s like silent picture gimmick going. She comes out, it's all black and white. She's doing some really good stuff. Like probably some of the best stuff you'll see going. But old Camille, man, as June Byers, like I thought was going to be a side character, but she ended up being very pertinent throughout the movie as this big foe for old Mildred Burke. The movie changes some of the career of Mildred Burke. That's to be expected. It's a film. You have to make adjustments where you see fit. But this movie, I think, not only showcases everyone in this movie, but showcases Emily Bett Ricard as just, she's like, yeah, I was Felicity, but guess what? I'm also a heck of an actress. And it's just the ups and downs of Mildred Burke trying to make her name herself, trying to get women's wrestling going, which we're all, as wrestling fans, very grateful for it being such a mainstay. But this movie, it has a lot of heart. It has a lot of drama. It's shot well. It's acted well. There's like little Easter eggs in there, like Mickey James, Naomi, Dr. Britt Baker. So other little wrestlers here and there. You'll hear a name here and there where you're like, oh, okay. So it's a fun time. I think it's going to be an audience pleaser because, Emily Bett Ricard, she'll just come out and she's just so elegant while also looking like the toughest person in the room because muscles, just good Lord. I think Queen of the Ring is without a doubt the best film I have seen this year. And I am going to give Queen of the Ring a 4.7 out of 5 cheers. It's almost a 5-star. I just can't quite go there, but maybe with, another watch, maybe I will. But please check it out. It's in theaters now. I know it's not in every theater, but hopefully you got a theater near you, or tell your theater you want them to show it. Queen of the Ring. Highly recommend. But guys, we're getting out of here. Like I said, I just want to pop in, give a Snackable review. I'm a big wrestling fan, so I wanted to make sure that we got this out there into the universe. And if you want to let us know what you think of Queen of the Ring or anything else, let me tell you the best ways. Check us out on Instagram and TikTok, A Toast to Film, all one word. Check us out on Twitter at film_toast, or check us out on beautiful YouTube, which is awesome. And just search A Toast to Film podcast. And from Trey and myself, we just wish you a good night and good viewing.